check, mic check. Hello, hello. Hi everyone. Alright, let's go. There we go. Alright, let me play some music here. There we go. I don't want the music to be loud. I just want to set the vibe, you know? There we go. I don't want the music to be loud. I just want to set the vibe, you know? Can you guys hear it at all? What's up, Ryan? What's up, DM? Hello. Welcome, welcome. We're just gonna play around in Kitbash. Do some tilt shifty things. Take a look at it and see, you know, complain about it a little bit. Fix things. But overall, I've been pretty happy with it. I'm glad I bought it on sale, but it's been pretty good. Let me know if the music's a little loud. It's a little loud to me, so I'm gonna turn it down. Okay. Alright, so let's get into it. So basically, you know, obviously I got Kitbash from Kitbash, and I played around with like the free versions and stuff, but they, you know, don't have the textures for Redshift. So I was like, well, you know, I don't want to sit there and convert them all, so I'm gonna bite the bullet and I'm gonna buy it for Redshift, right? And so I did, and I'm kind of happy with it. I'm kind of disappointed in it the same way. It's made for the old materials and the old shader graph, which is kind of annoying, but understandable. But some of the settings aren't quite right, like the glass and stuff is wrong. None of the displacements are active, which is okay, because that would be a lot of extra calculations when you don't need it, but they're also not really that easy to apply, so kind of annoying. But yeah, a lot of the emission stuff needs to be brightened up, and almost all of the reflections are wrong, which is a weird one. They're all like default to metal values in the metal settings. I know, I saw that Octane deal with Grayscale Gorilla. I would get that if I did a lot of freelance work and stuff, but I really don't. And so I had Grayscale Gorilla for a while. They gave it to me, and I never used it, really, because I don't do freelance stuff. And so, and when I teach, I don't, you know, obviously I could use it, you know, and show how to use stuff and make cool stuff. But I really like to have things that are available to everybody. So if I'm like, you know, if they're not like paying me to use their stuff, I don't really want to do that. It's nice stuff though. Definitely a good deal for sure. I mean, it's worth it just to get Grayscale Gorilla Plus for that price. Honestly, I have no interest in Octane at all. Honestly, I'm sure it's cool, but I don't care. Oh. Yeah, let me turn on my lights here, and we'll get going. Gonna have my cool streamer lights, you know. There we go. RGBs glowing. You can't even see them, but they're just for me. Everybody puts their like cool neon lights behind them, you know, so it looks cool. But then I don't get to see them, so I put them in front of me so I can see them. Okay. So basically, the annoying thing is, okay, the way that these are built, I understand, is the Americana kit. Yeah, a lot of the kits are pretty, and I will say the models are really cool, and the texture maps themselves are awesome. Like, it is dope. Like, don't get me wrong, I couldn't make this stuff. What's up, Michael? No, this is Michael's idea to do this. We'll do some what's her name, Joy, Anadeon stuff. Blade Runner. We'll make some. I have several renders I've rendered out. If you're in the Discord, you've seen me post them. But I'll show you how to do like a tilt shift kind of effect for a small city and just kind of some cool stuff. So you can see like the detail of like the texture maps and stuff. Like, you can get really close to these and they look really good, which is really impressive, which is cool. So we'll get into it. But the way that they build these is like they just, you get to choose Cinema 4D and you get to choose Redshift render. So that's cool. But when you open it, all you have is a scene, and it's this scene, and it's literally just everything in one. And it's like you have to like adjust your view distance to even like see it all, because it's like so much that's clipping through. So it's like not the friendliest way to use things. So now, and everything's kind of, nothing's like grouped by like buildings, skyscrapers, accessories. Everything's just here, all out, and just all these weird random named groups. There's no really way to filter. If I want to grab just like skyscrapers, I can't like search for that or anything. Like that would be something I love to see. And obviously the plan is you have to, I guess what they want you to do is just like find that group, like click it and then scroll and find it and then click it and then copy it and paste it into your scene. And like, it's just, it's annoying. Like I wanted to bring it in. I wanted to put it in the asset browser, and you have to like center it. Nothing is centered to 000 either, because it's all over the place. And you have all these little like pipes and stuff. So you get all this cool stuff, but like, this is a good way to present them, but not a good way to deliver them, you know? Yeah, exactly. MTO. Exactly. But yeah, so it's neat, but also a little underwhelming as far as delivery wise goes, because I'm like, there's so many objects. Like I want to click this building, I have to scroll through and find it. For the PC repair A group building, in case you want to know. PC, yeah, like, there's no way to remember that it's a building. So it comes with all the textures and stuff, and as you can see, a lot of them repeat. So the good thing is, the way you can like fix these and stuff is to do them in here in this scene first, because there's a lot of repeats and applied and stuff like that, which I didn't do because I thought that these were going to be like for each model, but there's only this many, so that's pretty good because it uses a lot of them. So we really just need to fix some of these, but let's go ahead and we'll just isolate this building and take a look at it real quick. And of course that's not going to work because we have to have all of these selected. There we go. Okay, we'll throw in a light here. Redshift, we'll do a dome light just so everything's lit, and then we'll do an area lights, and we'll have to, you know, find it in our scene, move it over here. We'll make a null and move that null over here onto our building. Go back up here, right click, animation, target, make the null the target, and then we can just drag this slide over and get a little quicker. Okay. And pull it up. And we just want to be able to see some of this with some glare and whatnot. Okay. So already, you know, but we'll see. It's fine. Takes me a solid hour to get them into the asset browser. Yeah. And then, you know, because our scene is so intense, it's like breaking our scene. But this is a weird thing I've noticed with just Redshift lately. And I am streaming with the GPU, so that's part of it. But it's like, even though we're not using bucket render, if I come in here to the system and I go, well, no, it's still doing the bucket size. But if I turn this down half the time, it'll fix that. But so this isn't gonna work. So what we need to do is, just because I soloed it in the viewport doesn't mean I'm soloing it at render time. So I need to make sure that I have everything except that building off. Shift Alt, yeah, and drag down. So like, I don't know. It's annoying to just kind of figure out what you need to use and stuff. I know you're supposed to just copy and paste it, but it's like, I want to look at them first and then copy and paste them, but we'll just look at this real quick. See if that's enough to render this. It's like it doesn't even want to render everything. Thinking about it. Nope. We'll try again. Put it in geometry. Nope. Okay. Still too much. All right, so so basically that's it. You know, you get all these out, and we can adjust the textures and stuff, and then you copy them and put them in a fresh scene so that you're not breaking your scene. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll make a new scene, which this is my default scene setup from the new workshop. It's really nice infinite floor, actually, kind of the way I built it. This Redshift just gonna be broken now. Cool. I loaded up all the scenes so that everything would be fine and not crash on stream, but here we are. Cool. All right, well, we'll close it and reopen it. Sorry, 1 second. We'll go back to this. I have a Be Right Back screen. It's just on my Twitch setup and not my YouTube setup right now, so pretend it says Be Right Back. Reboot. How much VRAM? 12 gigs, right? I have a 3070 Ti. So I think that's 12. Welcome everybody, by the way. John and Stream Catcher Society caught this stream. Welcome. C4D is trying to open back up. I've had this issue a lot lately, and like it keeps, especially with like remesher and stuff, it gets like hung up trying to do background operations and it just doesn't stop. So when I close C4D, I have to find the background operation of C4D and close that as well, which is dumb. Let me open these two up. I'll just open up the two that have some stuff in it that I've already made rather than the whole big thing. Do I need to convert the materials or they're already Redshift? I bought the Redshift ones, but you still have to tweak them a little bit, which is kind of lame. Alright. We're back. So yeah, so we'll look at like this building. See, it actually lets you open them up in the new node editor, which is nice. We're building all the previews, so all that stuff's gonna take forever to load. Yeah, it's on Windows too. But basically, you've got like, you know, you've normal maps, bump maps, and so there's just some issues I have with the way these are built. One, like I mentioned earlier, is they're with no, they're not with the new standard material. They're with an RS material, which is fine. But all the reflection types are set to like Fresnel type metalness, and then there's all set to black and 0. There's no like the roughness maps and stuff aren't really, I mean, I guess they're kind of working, but they're just kind of, I'd rather it be the new standard material, and there's only 3 things to plug in, so it wouldn't be that hard to update it. So I probably will. And so to do that, what I would do is I'd say standard, hit C, hit standard. Okay, I take this base color, put it into the color, take the roughness, put it into the roughness, take the bump, put it into the bump, and it's just so much easier already because I don't have to twirl things down and all this stuff. I'll put a surface, and we can leave the displacement. All right, so now we can just get rid of this, which is nice. So the good thing is everything is driven by texture map, so there's no like individual files and stuff. The new kits use standard. I don't know. This one, I mean, they didn't used to have Redshift on anything like for a while, so they finally added it, and so this one's probably pretty new, but maybe from now on they'll use standard, but hopefully. But so now we have to like change our IR values and everything, but it should be pretty close to better, and everything should just be cleaner and simpler this way. Tangent space normal is fine, normal map is good, but we have things like this displacement map, right? We've got a displacement map and displacement, but obviously this isn't going to do anything with Redshift unless we have a Redshift object tag on our scene and stuff like that. And then you also have to have the geometry there to back it up. And so it's okay that it's not on by default because it is a lot heavier on the system, and you probably only really need it when you do like up close tight shots. So like let's take a look at converting this sidewalk material that we see here, right? Because we can like look at it right here. I have it on my ground, this giant ground area here. I can scale it in. We'll scale it in a little bit. Go. I also have I have water on everything. We'll take that back on. Let's do, this ground is this disc, yeah. We'll make it a little smaller, so we'll scale it like 3 times. There we go. So we can look at we'll do 4. We'll look at the details here. That's what I'm using instead of a road. So we'll go ahead and open up the render view for this, and hopefully this won't crash. Should be fine. If you're using ACES, I set the diffuse texture to sRGB and the rest textures to raw. Well, it uses ACES by default, right? Redshift does, so I guess I'm doing that. But everything should be set to auto, but you're saying to change that? Set the diffuse texture to sRGB. Isn't that what it defaults to? And everything else you would set to raw. Okay. We'll try it. Okay. That's good to know. Thank you. Thanks, Sharon. Okay, cool. That's good. Now we can kind of see, we'll add some more light in here so you can see what we got going on here. Turn our dome light on. We'll get rid of our environments real quick just so it renders faster. And we'll make our dome light white so we can actually just see what's going on. We'll just turn it up to like 4 right now. So we're not trying to be stylistic right now. There we go. So we take a look at this. So you can see already like the color difference. These are the same materials. So this one on the left is the one that I didn't change it. Auto doesn't default to the right ones. Okay, why would it? So this is the same material as this one. This one we changed all the colors. This one we did not. No, this one's this one. Okay, no, we're good. They're not that different. Okay, so that at least is okay. So let's just do a comparison here. We'll capture that, and we'll update this black one. To standard material. Standard. Excuse me. Hello. Well, I need to undo my camera moves. Apparently I was typing in there. Got too far ahead. Alright. View. Redo. Okay, I want the same camera angle so I can see the difference. Alright, we're gonna do this. Type in C. Standard. Hold Alt and replace it. Now imagine that worked though. Color. Color. Roughness to roughness. Bump to bump. Okay, output to surface. And then base color to sRGB. All other colors to raw. All right. So what we could do is we could come down here and use a bump blend and actually blend the displacement with the bump, and it might get you some good results, but the normal bump map's pretty good. Okay, so now let's render this. Okay, for dome light, set it to scene linear rec 709 sRGB. At this point, oh, I converted my dome light to a thing. How did I do that? I was trying to hit C to type in the viewport there. Ugh, I've undone it. To remake it, I guess. Okay. So, why do I have to do all this? Like, I don't want to do all this every time. Like, how picky are you really being here? Especially with normals? Okay. Alright. Because this is bullcrap that you have to do all this stuff. Like, it should just work out of the box. So, but I'm using a dome light and regular lights. So what do I do? Oh, if I have a texture for the dome light. I see, okay. So I come in here and I say like sky. And I want media. And I want to choose like this one here. Right? Cloudy, max on 1. Pull it in here. So how do I change that color space? Because that doesn't make a texture or anything. Color space. Right there. And I want to set that to Scene Linear Rec 709 sRGB. Okay. This is so much prep work for stuff that just should be. Okay. I don't have a real true comparison, but when I had this up to 4. But I could tell already that this does look better. Like you can see just from the reflections. Like look how much better those look. No, you're good. Thank you. I appreciate it. This is stuff that like you shouldn't have to do. The color space auto should just do it. Should do it. Like if it's not automatic, don't call it automatic. But yeah, look how much better this looks. Like the roughness looks so much better. Like I know that the lighting's a little different, but you can really tell the reflection and stuff is so much better with the new one. Thank you. All right, there you go. I learned something. Now I have to rewatch this and make notes. Thank you. Okay, cool. So we'll close this. Yeah, but like for like you know, textures, they're 4K and you can like get really close to them, especially for something that's like a big city. That's pretty dope that they are that good. So I was happy with that. But so maybe that was my problem. I just need to go through all these materials, change all the color spaces, plug them back into standard materials, and then everything will look better, because I was kind of disappointed with the way like the metal looked and stuff on like some of these units and things like that. It was kind of disappointing. So I guess that's what I need to go in there and do. So I'll do that later. That's not going to be fun to watch. That's tedious as heck. But like some of these pipes and stuff weren't very cool. They need to be more metallic and stuff, so hopefully that'll work. Because like right now these don't look, you know, great, but the concrete does look a lot better now that we've fixed it all. So we'll go in and do all that. But like the glass and stuff, kind of disappointed with the glass textures. They're like completely see-through. Although I changed them. I changed this one to make it blurry. Okay, so if I go to the shader graph, you say, no, you said go to the Redshift Material Manager. Oh my gosh. Wait, not like here? I keep moving everything around. No, this material exchanger. Go to Redshift Texture Manager. Was that in preferences? No, you're totally fine. Redshift Asset Manager. I don't even know where that is. Or do I? I do know where that is. Right there. Oh my gosh. Okay, so what I find auto? Is this what I do? So the stream's a little behind, so I'm gonna wait. I'm in the asset manager. I need to go back to the Redshift menu here. They're both up. What are my system specs? I have a Ryzen 7 3900X, I think, and a 3070 Ti. Expand it out. What's this, Sharon? Oh, okay. Okay. I see all these. I see them all. Okay. Okay. S'mores, hot Kahlua, and Bailey's. Alright. Why not? Alright, so what do I need to do now? And Sharon's driving us here. I'm interested. Now what? Book one column to the right. This one or this one? Color space? Okay. If I select all these, so from auto, right? And I change them to, God, what is it I need to change them to? Scene linear Rec 709? No, just sRGB, right? These just need to all be sRGB. Yeah, I see that. So if I just do this, and then I go back and find my HDRI and change it back to 709 sRGB. That should be all I do. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Then we come back to our dome lights. Alright, we're freaking it out. I don't think it liked that. It's okay, it's repopulating it all. Look how much they're changing though. You can like see them actually, they're so much brighter. Okay. Right, I want all the base colors sRGB. The rest are raw. That's why you said it's sorted by name. I got excited, you know? I got excited. I couldn't wait. Sorry, that's my fault. Alright, Redshift, Asset Manager. So I need to like find all the ones that say base. No, I guess I didn't make them all sRGB. So I need everything else. Okay, we're gonna. There's still so many that say. We're gonna change them all to raw, and then we'll find all the base ones, change them to sRGB. We'll get it. Yeah, we'll get it. Okay. Thank you. Do you guys hear my little Celtic music playing right now? It's not very cyberpunky. Look at them. Alright, raw. There we go. Now, we'll find everything that says base. I think that's what it says, probably. Base color, yeah. It's showing more than just the things I've filtered. Can I filter it to just show the base stuff? No. Okay, cool. Expand the file name. I did. Do I have to go through and click all of these? Like that? Oh my god. Can't like filter this? Oh gosh. Well, now I'm even like this is so much work to get these set up. Now I'm wondering if I should have just used Octane and converted them all. Maybe I can get a refund. No, it's fine. it's like you bring them in and you get the 2 folders. You have to like link all the, you just put all the textures in the folder. This is the most fascinating stream content. Scrolling through, squinting, clicking on stuff. It's alright, this is gonna be worth it. Wasn't even gonna do any of this stuff. Sharon's coming in, saving the day. It's gonna make all our stuff look even better. I appreciate that very much. Thank you. Awesome. The Maxon team will bring out content that she could see and watch that old base color. Okay. How many are there? Oh. I accidentally clipped a height map. God. Don't tell me that. You're trolling. No, I didn't. I did. Thank you. Good eyes. It's a little laggy. Probably because I'm streaming though. This sucks. Luckily, I only had to do it one time. Okay. Can't even see how much further down do I have to go. And I only have like, I do have a lot of buildings in here. So I guess this would be, here's the problem. Here's the problem. I'm serious. Search on base color. I did. It said find base and nothing popped up. But the problem is, oh, there's a search. Look. Oh my god. An idiot. Okay, now it was off screen. So much better. Okay, base color. And the reason this is so mini is because I didn't do this in the initial setup, which is what I need to do. So after the stream, I'm gonna go back and do that in the initial setup with all. So it's not, I have like 3 copies of every material in here like a big dummy. But yeah, so we'll make these all the other thing. SRGP. Okay, that was easy. Easy. Just do that real quick, no problem. Okay, but I did come in here and add different roughness things for the windows because the things they had for the windows weren't very good. And some of these like imperfections that are here available in the viewport are like perfect for these windows. Like this looks like cool, like you can invert that and make it rain on a window and stuff like that and it'll look really sick. So we'll just bring that in here. And we can do like, we could just do a ramp or we could do invert, whatever, but we'll do a ramp so we can tweak it. And we'll say plug input, alt input, and then we'll plug that into the roughness. We'll take a look at that on its own real quick. That should give us like a cooler looking windows and stuff. But like, see, like, let's see how much better the metals and stuff look now that we've tweaked that. Because originally these look kind of like cartoony. Thanks, Sharon. It's gonna be frozen now, isn't it? Let me double check that I'm not. Yeah, okay. Get as much off as I can. Okay, cool. So it's throwing them on there, not all in the same order. Okay, so that's good to know that it is going to be different. So we could do a triplanar to adjust that. I love that you can click and drag onto it and it connects it for you. So much better. Solo that one. Yeah, I mean, it seems like it'd be a game changer. Holy cow. Alright, so we'll come in there with this. We'll just scale this a little bit so it's a little more. We'll just say like 2. You raise the scale up to make it smaller. Hard to remember that sometimes. But these don't look that much better. They do look better though, but they don't look that much more metallic. I feel like I still need to tweak the metal settings. Well, I guess they're not standard materials yet. Once we do that, hopefully it'll be better. Okay, so now I can take this off so we can see we have the rain on here. We might be able to come in here and add this to the bump and make some really nice looking cool rain looks on this window. So it might be too blurry, which actually would probably be fine. I think that looks cool for an office. All right, cool. So let's, now that we have majority of our colors and stuff correct enough, let's just talk about like just setting up a scene, doing some stuff, adjusting some lighting, and then how to make like a big city and stuff like that. Okay. I drink and I know things. Awesome. Base is sRGB, others are raw. HDRI is the linear scene Rec 709. Okay, cool. If we're using ACES, which if you don't change it, you are. If I'm correct. If that's right. I've never really gotten into the whole ACES color space thing and all that stuff, man. I think a lot of it's, I don't know, maybe I'm ignorant, but a lot of it feels overhyped because it depends on where you're putting your content out. Because if you're doing stuff for the internet like I am, nobody has their monitor settings set up the same. Like I'm looking at it on my side monitor versus my big monitor and it looks different there. But when I'm looking at it on my phone, it looks different. So it's like, how important is it really to get all your colors exactly right for your monitor when you're just going to show it to people that don't set everything up? I don't know. But anyway, as long as it looks good, right? Who cares? Do whatever you want. All right, so now we just kind of, we have these buildings and we've set them out and we just kind of lined up a street with them real quick and manual. What we can do is we can take all of these. This building's a little intense. I'm going to go to this one here. This Transcendence building, and I'm gonna take this top piece of it. Don't let me click. Nope. Antenna, neon sign. I wanna let me just click it. Okay, there we go. We're just gonna turn these two off because they're just too much. Yeah, we'll just leave it like that. That's fine. All right, cool. Is there a Batman custom? Yeah, exactly. Could bake them down to Rec 709 for final. There you go. All right, so we've got all this stuff. What we're gonna do is we're gonna create a group here, and we're just gonna call this just our city. We're gonna take all of our things here, all of our buildings, and just plop them in there so we can just tuck them away. We've got them kind of lined up in a kind of a neat way. We might grab this one. Which one is this? This X Media building. Nope. This one right here. It's I don't know why it's not working right, you know? Because I'm streaming in it. All right, here we go. We're gonna. Guess I hit a hotkey. We're gonna line that up right there. Okay, so we've kind of got a city street a little bit, pretty symmetrical-ish. Okay, cool. So now we've got our group. What we can do is create a matrix scatter. First thing we're gonna do is we're gonna save before I break everything. Matrix scatter object, and you go to custom objects down here. And the cool thing is you can actually just select a null, and it actually puts everything in there that's in there. And we're gonna change it from sequential to random. And we're gonna come in here and take a look at the scale of this. So we're gonna say 10 by 10 to start off. And you can see it creates this little grid, super tiny. So we need to space this out like a lot. It's like 600 by 600. And we just have these little dots. But each one of these dots represents this entire system. So we can spread it out even further. They're probably still going to overlap there. So let's go 3000. All right, we'll start with that and see what that looks like. So you won't see anything right now. I will turn this off. This is like my water. This is going to be huge. But we'll render this. And when you render it, thanks, Sharon. Thank you. And you see it creates a bunch of copies of our building that I'll render out. Okay. So now what we can do, you know, you can do it like this, right? You can build out blocks, so you could have like 5 or 6 like blocks and then distribute out your blocks randomly, which is what I would suggest. Or if you're just trying to do it quick, what we can do is, instead of having it do all of our objects in a block, we can just take all of our buildings, set them to 0, and then just scatter them all out themselves. Thanks. So we'll say object, and we'll say click, and then we'll hit click, and then click, 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 click. Right. I don't think I hit that last one. There we go. Okay, cool. So now when we have our render on, we probably shouldn't have to spread it out that far because we're not spreading out entire city blocks now. We're just spreading out buildings. So we can come back in here to our RS object here, scatter object, and we'll say like 500 or 500. And then we have our dots here. We can do a little further, 750. Okay. I don't know how well you can see those little dots on the stream. They're very small. So we hit render on this now. We'll have those objects distributed randomly across that scene, rather than being like a city block. So it looks a little more organic because we have it set to random. And so we kind of have this like city look to it, which is pretty cool. And if you zoom out, you can see we have quite a bit of them. And so we could probably scoot them all in a little bit and offset them and stuff, and get a little more randomness in here. And obviously the more pieces you have in there, the more random and less cloney it looks. And obviously this transcendence building is it's just so different that I don't think we need it, because it stands out too much. Like you put like one of those in there, you know, you don't put a bunch of those because they're too big. But now it looks more like a generic city. Okay, pretty cool. So what we can do now is come into our matrix object, and let's go ahead and tighten things up just a bit. So we'll go like 600 and 600. Push it all in a little bit. Yeah. Okay, and then we can make it even bigger, and we'll say like 50 and 50, which is a lot. Remember, this is all kind of, it's gonna make a whole lot. Boom. You can see how fast it's still, like we still have live, pretty much live feedback from this. This is a big old city, big heavily populated city. So we could like zoom out into space, you know, flying through the clouds. Pretty cool. But it's still kind of uniform looking and stuff. And obviously you could add more buildings. We only have like 8 in here. But using the matrix scatter allows you to have all this stuff and have your viewport still move really fast. It's just obviously going to be harder to do camera moves and stuff because you don't have any visual representation of your viewport of where things actually are. So, but you can see it here and it works well. So we'll save. And what we can do is we can add a MoGraph effector, and we'll add a random effector. And inside a matrix object, we'll make sure that we had that random effector was added, and it was. So now we can do, let's go to our effector. We don't want anything to go to change on the Y at all. We don't want things to go up and down. But we can have things change on the Z or in the X a little bit. So we can say like 200 and 200 just to add some rendering time. It's like I don't know, a couple of seconds, I guess, for the preview. And then what we can do is come in here to the rotation, and we'll say the rotation of 360 here. We could do more, But 360 on the H is going to allow all of our buildings to rotate around this way randomly. And you can come in here and you can say more. And it basically is just going to say it's going to do it in this way. So if you want it to be a very blocky city, don't do rotation. But if you want to have kind of an organic, like Cyberpunk kind of vibe to it, you could definitely add some rotation in there. We can also come in here to the scale, and we'll do a uniform scale of like 1. And it's just going to make some buildings bigger than others. You shouldn't do that technically because, you know, everything's kind of to scale. It's like doorways and things like that. They're all going to get all wild, but do whatever you want to get the view you want, because now this looks kind of cool, right? Like that looks pretty cool. A hectic, crazy city. There might be some stuff clipping into each other, and so we could come in here and we could turn off the rotation to see if that's really what's doing it, or the position. You know, it could be the issue, but that looks boring, right? So let's add that back in. To me, it looks boring. We could always rotate some things. You also can make it absolute, I think, and that should. No, okay. The relative. There might be a way to, if with the same with the cloner, we can make it step rotate, so it's like not somewhere between what 720 and whatever. But I'm good with this right now. I think this will look cool. All right. Still a lot of repetition, but we'll be all right. So what we can do now is let's go ahead and add some lights and kind of make it look a lot more cyberpunky right off the bat. So first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna grab these emission materials. You can tell these are the ones that are all lit up, and we're gonna grab them all. Oops. Actually, we may not need to, but I think we will. We'll wait. Okay, so first thing I want to do is just delete all my lights so we can come in here and do our dome light and everything the way we want it. Okay. So what we have here is a giant floor. Obviously, this is made of this sidewalk. It's pretty cool. And then I added a cylinder on top of it, like so, and added a displacement on that. If you get down here and look at it, you see it like comes up onto the road somewhat and whatnot. So it's just kind of creating water, and we put a water texture on that in the subdivision smooth. So now we just have like wet splotches everywhere, and honestly it looks kind of cool if you bring it all the way up, like over the road, so it's just pure water. Actually looks kind of cool when you render that out. So it's like a sunken city. I thought it was a pretty cool way to not worry about having floors and stuff. But you may not even, it may be too hectic right now to even see. But yeah. Anywho, we'll turn that off because that's just eating up render time we don't need for now. So let's go ahead and add some lights to this. Zoom back out. So we'll say Redshift, light, dome light, or you'll click down here and add the dome light right here. Okay, dome light, and we'll come in here and we're gonna say sky, and we're gonna grab this. I like a good overcast one, overcast EXR. Throw it in here, change the color space to scene linear 709 sRGB. Okay, and now we should be able to look at this and we'll have like some lighting that actually looks decent. Man, that was a lot of color space information and stuff that I never in a million years would have messed with. What's the point of auto? Alright, cool. We've got our city. We've got our clouds and stuff. Where's our sunset? It seems like it's this way. So let's face that way. Okay, we can pull up and out. It's kind of nice. It's like so quick because you do need it to frame everything up a little bit. And it will be, it's faster when I'm not streaming for sure. So there we go. We've got this city. So let's go ahead and add some fog to this, because that's really, you can't have a cyberspace city without fog. So we'll go to Redshift, Object, Redshift Environment. And instantly it's just going to blow out our scene and everything is going to be far too white. Boom. So we'll come in here and change the scatter to 0.001, if not 0.005, we'll see. Yeah, still too bright. 0.0005. Okay. We'll change it to 1, but we'll come in here and tweak this in a bit. But we just want to get it so we can see some of our city and some of our fog at the same time, and so we can texture our fog. There we go. So now we have this nice haze throughout our city. We'll mess with the colors and stuff later. But right now it's like a very even haze through the whole city, and we really want it to be kind of that noisy industrial fog. So it's actually a pretty cool way to do this. You can just hit plus here, create a new material, which is called a matte, even though it's a center material. Delete that, don't need that. We're gonna type in noise, max on noise, and we're gonna plug this straight into the volume. Go into our max on noise, go down to input and output. The low clip, we're gonna say 0.4, and the high clip, we're gonna say 0.6, because we want it to be pretty high contrast. And then the scale, we're gonna need like a pretty big scale. And for the turbulence, we're gonna do like turbulence for the type, what I meant to say. Okay. So now it's gonna crash again. I tried to do that while rendering, which is a mistake. This says it's not gonna work. It will. Don't worry. We'll try it real quick again before rebooting. I just updated to the very latest driver, and I should go back and roll it back to that one I posted about, because it was working a lot better in that one. And then a new driver came out today for NVIDIA, and I was like, oh, maybe this will not have the leaks, the weird issues and stuff, but it does apparently. Good ship. Oh, my messy desktop. It's full of stupid game photos. I post in my Discord. Alright, how's everybody doing? You doing okay? Having a good day. Hopefully all my American friends had a good Thanksgiving weekend. What are y'all working on nowadays? See, this is what I'm talking about. I restarted Max. Or not Max, C4D. And it just doesn't want to open because it's still running. It just like decides it doesn't want to do it. "54 minutes and we have, you know, some textures." That's what I'm saying, like that stuff shouldn't be, I don't know, man, stuff like that. It's annoying. Been learning Blender recently. How do you like it, man? Because the more I think about Blender and the more I think about Unreal Engine and like what I like to make, I'm like, I don't know, maybe I should. They're on my to-do list. I have tutorials ready. Like because like I know so much with C4D and Redshift that it feels hard to make that leap, especially as an instructor that's built his audience on this to stop, you know. You love it, yeah. I know, I know. But like at the same time, it's like, you know, I can't base. I'm very much like, I like to stay up to date. You know, when Redshift came out, I was like, I'm learning Redshift because Redshift's going to be the way to go. And so stuff like that. But like, I love VR, I love gaming, and what I love most, like, I don't do a whole lot of modeling. I know how to do it and stuff like that to an extent, you know, and I know I'm a generalist in a lot of ways. But like, as far as things I like to make, like what I've seen in the, can I bring it up on stream? Yeah, I probably can. Like the Unreal Engine 5. Let's see, I have it open right here. Like the fact that I can take Quick Soul and stuff and just paint assets and have it all work I love that. Like, that's what I want in here. And that's kind of what we've got going on, except we have like a really limited viewport space, and I can't like, I don't know, man. There's just, I don't understand. Like, we can have these exact same assets in Unreal Engine and it work faster and better. Like, I could make this city and be done. Rendering beverage cans, yeah, good. They looked good. I remember, very colorful. Were they like hard seltzers or something? And we'll let Unreal Engine open up. So like they showed like a, yeah, because like you can do some really cool stuff with Quixel in Redshift, and it works really, really well. I'll have some scenes, but here we go. So we've got our noise. Should be working. We can kind of come down here a little closer. Let's turn off our matrix just so we can see our noise. That's what I need to do. Not be stupid. Okay. Noise. We need to definitely up the contrast. That's kind of cool looking. All right, maybe the scale is too big. 20. It's annoying because you can't do like a preview of like, you know, what it would look like. Does that make sense? As you can see here, but it's not quite reflecting the same here. What we want are these like cloudy bits. If you go 0.5, 0.5. Dude, I know. I had this like 45-minute tutorial where I like figured out how to make clouds and stuff, and then I see this like plugin for Blender, this like, it's just like, and I'm like, so instant and dial in the feedback and stuff. It's crazy. What's going on here? Why is this not? We're turning off the dome light. We're gonna add an area light because we're gonna focus this. Area light. We're gonna just aim it over here. We just want to see our fog and just see it. Get this noise. Okay. We're gonna dial this in. Area light. You can lower the spread so we have like just a pure block. And we'll be able to see our noise really clearly this way. Or fog. Or not at all. I know. There we go. So we have a beam of light. We've got no. See how? Oh, see, it's like super tiled. Or is that just like our city street behind it? I don't know. I think that's our tiling. We'll come in here and we'll say, oops. Noise. We'll say 30%. No, the thing I like, Blender's like ocean and stuff is cool. But like Blender's MoGraph stuff isn't as cool as Cinema 4D's that I have seen. But I don't do a ton of MoGraph stuff either, but I do. I mean, I do whatever I want, which is amazing. And I love it. And I love that C4D lets me do whatever I want. But then I think about Unreal Engine and stuff, and I think of the things I want to do, and like, I kind of just want to like paint landscapes and stuff. Like, that sounds so fun. And pretty skies, and I can do that. You guys see what I'm trying to do here with this noise? Like, I don't know why it's being finicky right now. So I've done this a million times and it's not taking me this long. Curse of the stream. We're gonna open up Kitbash 2. I know, I saw that. This is cool. It is free. Alright, so if you look at this one, I see it. See all the, those look a lot better. The lights and stuff. Those, okay, good. Yeah, changing the textures, the color spaces and stuff. That's crazy that that changed it so much. If my music's too loud, let me know. I'll turn it down or anything. I'm just kind of jamming. I have it turned down a little for the stream, but I don't have an output for it. It's to build so many materials. Sorry. It's not the fastest workflow for sure. Okay, cool. Right, so this is the fog I'm going for, right? Noisy, easy environment. This. Right here. Max the noise. Scale 200, 0.5.5 turbulence. Is that not exactly what I had typed in? Oh, I know exactly why. Because I'm an idiot. I'm an idiot. I was doing all this. I never put it on the environment. Oh, it hurts. That's the stuff that doesn't make it into the videos, you know. Okay, so now we look at it. We see we've got this noise. Yeah, we come here and say like 60. How does that look? Yeah, so we've got some big chunks of fog and stuff. Awesome. Turn off that light. Turn on the dome light. That hurts. It's to pry it a little bit. Yeah, so now we should have this really cool fog, like throughout our whole city here. We'll close this. We'll zoom back out. Got our matrix back on. Yeah, cool. Then we have more of a natural looking fog. Yes, excellent. Okay, dome light. Very cool, but we want it to be more of like a dark purpley kind of nighttime kind of vibe. You know, very synth wavy, cyberpunky. There we go. Good start. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add an infinite light, or maybe an area light. Probably an infinite light. We're gonna add an infinite light. We're gonna add a target. So we'll add a null, and then we'll have our infinite light animation target. Target that null. And we'll just pull it, oops, pull it back and up a bit like that. So it should, we can cast some rays and stuff. Alrighty. So if we come in here to our dome light, lower it down to like 0.2 so we get less of that and more of the infinite light. We should start seeing some rays pop through here just a little bit. Take our infinite light and crank it up to like 5. There we go. Now we're starting to see some of that fog come back. And we can also come back into our scatter and raise it back up to 0.001 like we had at the beginning. We should see some pretty dense fog here. Yeah. Cool. Cool. So infinite light, let's lower it back down to like 3. Give it kind of a bluish hue. Alright, there we go. Now we've got this nice fog coming in. We can turn our dome light back up to like 0.5. So we do want it to have some lighting effect to all this. Cool. Now we've got a nice busy city look. Come up here. Change our camera angle a bit. Yeah. Get down here. Low. A little higher. Alright, cool. Let's get it so it's like, we want it to kind of go off into this horizon. There we go. Go ahead and make a redshift. We're on a redshift camera. 24mm lens. Cool, cool, cool. And what we're going to do is probably take this infinite light, turn it back down to 1. Go to our fog. Change our fog color to be a little blue as well. So I want this mix of colors a little bit. Yerba Matees, huh? That's good. I had those, I think. It's probably the advertising. It's probably this picture I saw of these colorful cans. Maybe you want to buy them. Yeah, so now you can see fire. Yes, it's starting to look pretty cool. It's getting there. Now, one thing we can do that would be really cool is to say redshift area light. And what we're going to do is we're going to bring this over here so we can see it. I'm going to rotate it 90 degrees on that way. You can hold shift and rotate. And we're just going to make some big squares of just super colorful lights. So we'll do like a purple-ish pink. Hold control, click, drag. We'll do like a blue, control, click, drag. And we'll do like a cyan teal. Make sure it's above the floor. And bring it another one, and we'll do an orange maybe. Yeah. Okay. And we kind of got those right above the ground. And we'll just take those and group them. Boop. And we'll throw those in a cloner. Hold Alt. And then we'll make sure we do one there, and we'll do like 10 there, 10 there. Yep. And we'll add a 0 here and here. Why are they stacking on top of each other so much? Just one in one direction. I'm not sure why it's two of them in the same spot. Yeah. There's only 4 lights. Why are they doing that? Cloners, man. No. Let's just take the 4 of them. Put them there. That's fine. I don't need them in a null. That was a mistake. Come on, I can't see the border of these. Okay. We need 4 because there's at least 4 colors. Yeah, there we go. All right, there we go. So we'll do that. Iterate random. And then we'll spread them out even more. So we'll say like 8 and 8. 5 and 5. That one's gonna be random. Just change the seed, I guess. Yeah. There we go. And what this should do is just, you know, blow in some random colors into our city streets, like uplighting our building, and hit that fog really hard. We'll see. This may look good, it may look bad. But I'm just trying to generate quickly a big city versus like, you know, really designing it all. And you can see how that's like punching in just colors of random pockets of color throughout our city, which I think is cool for a downtown cyberpunk city. And I think all these lights are going to be too bright. So we're going to lower them all to like 30 and also change the spread of them down to like 0.6 just to make them a little less, you know, wide. Hopefully that'll get us something cool. little tamer. Yeah. And we can also come in here to our cloner, MoGraph effector, random effector, parameters. Change the not the Y, right? But the Z, like, I don't know, 15,000, 1,000. Scale, the rotation scale. Well, scale could matter. Uniform scale 1. So now we should have, like, rather than a perfect grid of our colors. What's up, Dustin? Welcome. How you doing? So yeah, we've scattered our lights across. I think that's too much. It's 500 and 500. There we go. Is this doing it in the wrong direction? No, it should be right. Yeah. Change the scale to 1. It'll click. There we go. And then we can really just grab it, and if we like some of the way some of these lights look, if we want some of these colors to be kind of in the foreground, we can. It's so laggy right now. I really am building, it's kind of too much what I'm building, but okay, so they're all going, they all need to be the same height. There we go. Some of them are still janky, but we need to adjust our random effector, I guess, because it's, is it Z? Yeah, okay. Let's do like, it was the Z. Even though the Z axis shows it's going this way, it's different. It's really confusing sometimes. Okay. So now they should all be on the same plane. And I can just lower them down right there, yeah. Okay. And we'll bring it up and we get some of those colors in the foreground so we can see them a little better. And again, change the seed so I want some of those pinks in there. Like that maybe. Okay, so this should be like a cool, cloudy, foggy Cyberpunk city. We'll throw some post effects on here and hopefully get a pretty decent thing. And we can do like a camera move or something if you want. And check out the render time. But man, all that stuff about fixing, Justin, you missed it. This wonderful person, Sharon, came in and helped us fix all of our textures from Kitbash and make them actually work correctly. So now I can go in and change the standard material to them all the standard materials and get the color spaces working right, because apparently in Redshift the auto color space doesn't work right for that stuff. So of course, why would it, you know? All right, this is looking dope. We can come in here like that. It's a little brighter than I would want, but let's go to the post effects. Let's see, this is what it looks like normally. Make this bigger so you guys can see. I like to, I'm using aces. Is this right? I mean, it's probably not even right. I probably did all that for the wrong thing. Anyway, LUTs. I love the high medium, the filmic medium high contrast. It comes with it. If you didn't know that, it comes with the Redshift or C4D one. I think Redshift, but very cool. See, it's just kind of, it's a nice contrast to it. Global controls for color. I always like to do a little S curve. You know, maybe bring up the base of the blacks up a little bit. There we go. And then of course for the bloom, we're gonna come in here. We really want that bloom to pop, but we have too much bloom coming in from our backlights. And I want more of the bloom from, I want this bloom more than that bloom. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna one, lower the intensity of these fog lights back here. And two, we're going to increase it, lower the dome light. Actually, we're not gonna lower it, we're just gonna make it darker. And we're going to come into our fog, make it just a little darker as well. And maybe mess with the attenuation. So we'll do that and see what that looks like first. Yeah, ooh, I wonder if Megascan is the same way. You know what else I wonder? I wonder if Unreal Engine has all these issues with color spaces, or if it just works, you know? That's really what I wonder. Okay, this looks cool now. Okay. We're getting moody. Like it. We're gonna up this like back up to 1. We're getting more of a Cyberpunk vibe. So this is what I'm looking for. There we go. Okay, so now we need to make it so all of our signs are brighter and they have a little glow to them. Because I think right now if we came in here and lower this, we're still gonna catch more of that. Oh no, oh, yeah, the signs are just too low. So we'll save. Come in here and we'll grab all of our emission maps. You can tell because they're the glowy ones. Excuse me. I can tell that cough is coming. I'm finally feeling better. You know, I was telling Dustin about this the other day. I was taking like prednisone and stuff for my sinus infection. This has been so bad. And I'll tell you what, prednisone is a steroid that makes you hungry. And there's no better week to start taking a pill that makes you gain weight and eat more than Thanksgiving week. So that was some weight to lose. All right, we're gonna overall emission weight, and we're gonna change it to 10. It might be too bright, but we'll take a look at it. Them all being set to 10, should be able. All these signs should glow more. We should be able to bloom them before blooming the fog. Render. Do it. To refresh it. Nice. Here we go. Yeah, so cool. So we now can, you know, we're not getting that fog bloom. We're just getting the neon lights. Oh, that's so much better. Cool. You can decrease the softness like a little bit. Yeah. Up the intensity a tiny bit. Definitely want to add some streaks. I love streaks. Who doesn't love streaking? Okay, let's do 90. Do it sideways. We'll do 1 streak. And there we go. So we'll do 0 is the way I wanted. I want them like optical flare level. Lens flare. Yeah, like that. That's like way too intense. Just like that. Oh, that's money. Cool. Pretty dope. All right, let's look at our fog environment and see if we can just brighten this up just the littlest bit to make that a little more visible. I like the way it's like hiding back here, but I want it to be a little more apparent. Yeah, that's looking good. Okay, let's save before we break everything. That's looking pretty cool though. I'm pretty happy with that. Save. The question is, right, so we had to do the color things, we've had a couple crashes, and I've explained a little bit along the way, but we're what, 80 minutes into a stream, right? Let's say we've done an hour's worth of like solid actual work. Could I make this that much faster in Unreal Engine? Because I think I could. This is my honest truth. Could I right now? No, because I don't know how to do it enough. But it's pretty cool. Now that I actually have the textures and stuff right, obviously, as far as like throwing the objects in here, setting it up with the lighting and stuff, I mean, I could probably remake this in 10 minutes, which is cool. So that's dope. But yeah, this is looking really good. Let's add some depth of field. And we'll show how to do like a tilt shift, like a small world kind of thing. With the new optics camera, or Redshift camera, which I've added down here. If you don't know, I don't know if it's back here now, but it was gone. You had to go to Window, Customization, and then go to Customize Palettes, type in Standard, and grab this one here, not camera, type in Standard, and drag and drop it in right here. That's what I did. And so now there's no more Redshift camera tag and stuff. It's all built into the optics, and there's 2 ways to use it, EV and Filmic, and I covered that all in my workshop and stuff. But basically the way we're going to use it is EV only, and we're going to use bokeh, which is here. And really the main difference between this and the old way is it's a lot more camera based in that sense. As far as like camera controls, like aperture is going to affect your shallowness and depth of field and stuff like that a whole lot more, rather than just having like a COC and stuff like that. So we're going to do shutter time. We're going to change that to 180 because that's what I would do if I was filming. I know we're not filming, and there's probably, you guys that are photographers are probably like, why would you do 180 ever? But that's what I'm used to. Sorry. And then we're going to go ahead and just click this little square right here. And we're going to click somewhere in here like this building. And the great thing about being able to use this to click is because if we try to use like the, you know, pick distance tool in our viewport, there's nothing here to click on. There are no buildings. It doesn't know, but with the render view, it knows where that is and lets you just pick that. So you can actually use that. So we've got our spherical aberration up to 10, and it's not really depth of fieldy enough for me because we are at a 24, you know, wide lens. We're not going to have a whole lot of depth of field until we start getting really low here. So we can say like 0.6, and we'll start to get kind of that tilt shifty vibe. And we start getting a little lower. We may have to go even lower, but no, this is getting there. Yeah. So if you want to, you could zoom out a bit and come up like this. And come down and really get a good tilt shift style. It's kind of a little trial and error with the matrix scatter, because you don't have those representations. Like I can't even see my boxes. Okay, so let's go ahead. While I'm doing this, turn the book off because I'm making it harder to see for myself. So you can't see through our fog. Getting closer, closer. So we could like fly all the way into our city if we wanted to, you know, and get like all the way in on like the ground if you wanted to. Like that's crazy. You know, we could do a shot where we're like coming off of the steps, like a character walking down the steps, and fly all the way out of this huge city and never have to like cut or anything. That's kind of dope. Getting distracted just looking at different angles and stuff. But I mean, look at that. It looks cool. We can like come off the roof of this building over, you know, to zoom over to the side. We've got that colored light down there. It's really cool. Like, so you can get some cool shots in here. Let's zoom out again and try to do our tilt shift thing we were talking about doing real quick. Okay, yeah. I like this area. Oop, camera's stuck. Stop. Okay, we'll rotate. I'm gonna grab pink light and copy it out here. Not underneath that. It's so laggy. Bear with me. And we're just gonna bring this over here because I want like a strip of pink in here because I think the pink looks cool. There we go. We'll bring it up this way and maybe actually up a little bit to make it a little more boom boom. Too much. You can turn on bidirectional as well down here. It's going to go up and down. We'll let up our ground too. Yeah, cool. All right, and we'll slide it over and make it a little smaller. Yeah. All right, now we can come in and tilt just a little more at this cool angle with these buildings. Our bloom is looking cool. Zoom out just a bit. We might change it to change our camera angle from a 24 to a do a 50. Let's get zoom in real far, but we'll zoom back out. Do a 50 and then zoom out. No, I set all that up for that scene and then changed it. So I want to be close enough that my fog's not blocking everything, which I can turn the fog down again. I don't think I like that. I think I liked it better. Liked it better when it's 24. Yeah. And do all the things. There we go. It's just kind of hard to get a judge of where everything is. Is there a way in the matrix object to visualize I guess I could just do like a box. Feed you a big cube. That looks cool. Just our fog. Anywho, we'll just do that for now. Getting distracted. There we go. Dome lights. Be a little brighter. Keep changing my mind. Back to the depth of field. So, depth of field. What is it I'm looking for here, guys? What is it I don't like about this? Something I don't like. It's irking me. Is it the attenuation? Sorry. Just kind of the process, you know, when you're just playing around. I don't hate that. Too much, but we're getting there. Oh, somewhere in this attenuation's our secret sauce here. There we go. Perfect. Nice. Dome light. 0.6. Infinite light. 2. It could be too much. I'm just tweaking things. This is what I do. I just tweak things that I don't. I'm meddling in things that ought not to be meddled with. But I do it. Skillshare survey. Skillshare just sent me a survey, right? About my teacher experience. What I want to say is that it used to be great and now it sucks. They pretty much made Skillshare useless, and it used to be like awesome because you could make courses and you didn't have to advertise them really. You didn't have to do the marketing. You just you got paid by the minutes you got watched. And that was it, and it was great. And now they cut all the pricing in half, and it's more like you have to get new members to subscribe or else we're not going to pay you. And it's like, that was the whole thing, was that I didn't have to market it on Skillshare. Now I do. It's bull crap. This is it. This is looking good. I like it. Okay, depth of field. Save it. That's a little side rant. All right, optical. Bokeh. Click on this guy here. If I turn off my fog, will I be able to see this faster, or will it not look right enough? It's a question. Maybe I'll be too dark. So the fog's really bouncing the light around a lot. No, that's fine. Okay. The 0.025 for the aperture, which is insane. But you can see now we have this really nice micro city type look where it's really blurry back here, and then our point in focus is in focus, and we have everything in the foreground out of focus as well. Probably could do like 3.03. Yeah. If you wanted to, you could change the aspect and make it more like anamorphic-y. But I don't like that. Maybe 2. I'm not a fan of that. 0.04. We're getting there though. Appreciate you guys coming in, dropping by, hanging out. For sure. There's a lot of color stuff in the beginning, absolutely, which is dope. All right, turn on the Redshift environment now and save it, and we're gonna hit render. We're gonna hit render and let it go. Right, let's see, is Epic loaded up yet? Yeah, okay, check this out. Put it on Unreal Engine. Oh, it's not up here anymore. Shoot, that's like the whole thing. Whole reason I opened it. Thanks for the stream, 4E. Gotta go. Love your content, Discord. Thanks. Really appreciate it. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a great day. My wife's pulling me up. I should probably mute my phone, but you know, I'm not a pro streamer. All right. There was a thing in here in Unreal that was underneath the featured content here that was like for the new 5.1, and it was literally Kitbash Cyberpunk downtown, and it looked nuts. And I'm kind of mad it's not there anymore. Because it was like, it was insane. I saw the Lockheed Martin switched to Unreal. I mean, look at this. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know enough about it as far as like, yeah, this is Kitbash and Unreal Engine 5. Like, how does it support 60 FPS? Like, it would take me a minute just to render one frame. I don't know, man. Sometimes I'm curious. And this is what I want to make. I don't know. The more I see it, the more I think I don't need to learn. I'm having an identity crisis here. No, but I'm working on, I know C4D and I know Redshift, and I'm going to keep doing it for now and definitely make a beginner's course because it's awesome and it's versatile and I love it. And I think it's like fantastic skill to have. It's going to be great. But I'm also going to learn this in the background because like this is the kind of stuff I want to learn how to make and stuff like that. So I'll learn it. And then if I decide I like it better, I'll teach that too. Yeah, that's awesome. Anywho, side tangent. This is rendering out. Oh, very small because my bucket size wrong. But for the render settings, we're just gonna go ahead and denoise is fine optics because we're really blurring a bunch of stuff. So it's gonna be great. System, we want to go ahead and up our bucket size. Should be good. That's doing it way too small. Oh, cool. Bucket size too big. Try again. A lot of this is because I'm streaming with the GPU in the background. So, failed again. Oh, maybe I do have to do it at 64. We'll try again one more time though. So I wanted to render, obviously. Oh, okay, well, 64 it is. It's not even gonna work this time though. It's just gonna decide once it crashes once. It's like, nah, I'm over it. Yeah, see, it's so dumb. Like, it was working. I'm annoyed. I'm so annoyed. I'm gonna blow up this ball. Pyro. On. Pyro. 1. Density. -20. Oh. Turbulence. Crank it up a little bit. Dissipation down. There we go. Smoothing. Up. Pyro. Density set 2. Fuel 1. Match fuel burn. Go back to pyro. Go to the fuel settings. Combustion. Parameter 5. Then we're gonna go say BAM. Try that again. Stop it. Boxer size 10. It's the subsets, really, is all it is. Go back to 5. The subsets really jank it up. Boom! Okay, I know. Sorry. I did too much, chat. I did too much. This isn't calming me down at all. We'll say 1 and 1. Boxer size 5. My subsets continuous. We definitely need a little more dissipation, probably. Fuel dissipation, even. Let's say like 1, back to that, and strength 2. This off. Let's say like -10. Alright. I feel better about this. Fuel burning rate 1. Boom. You know what that looks like? Like Calcifer from Howl's Moving Castle. You know what I'm talking about? Calcifer. Yeah. This guy. Yeah. Anyway. It doesn't look cool at all. I'm going too big a leap. It's so finicky. Forget it. We're gonna close it, open up the scene. We're gonna render this stupid Kitbash scene out. By gosh. Just user error on my part, I know. Oh, has anybody messed with Unreal Engine 5 much? Because I, downloaded the city project sample. Hey, no problem. See you, Michael. Have a good day, man. I'm wrapping it up. We're gonna get this rendered out and be done. But the playing with Unreal Engine 5 cities project sample, right? The big old giant city that they have to download. When I open it up, I can't get it to play. I can't get it to load. Like, I got it to load in a small, like a small world, the small map level, and I can fly around in the viewport, right? But then when I go to like look at it in like as a game, it breaks. And I know my graphics card is good enough for it. It's a 3070 Ti. It's not gonna. So I don't know if anybody has any tips on Unreal Engine 5 stuff. It's the only thing I don't like about Unreal is like the modeling and stuff is so limited. I like modeling and tweaking things and bending things, and but we'll see if this renders. We'll leave it on the small buckets. We'll do this 128 to start off. Let it render all the preview images. I think it's too late to tell it to stop. Render Redshift. When idle is render. Render is idle. But I don't like that. Actually, it's a little slower, but I like seeing them. But we'll turn it off for now. But it's too late. It's building them in the background anyway. It's already started. Can't be stopped. So don't want to do this. I wish you could do the post effects there, like they are here. I wish you could do the post effects across all of the images, your whole render. Or at least go through like each image if you wanted to. But okay, it's working. Hooray! Alright, cool. So let's look at some of these other renders I did while this is rendering. Should be pretty quick. Like, it's pretty cool, like the, you know, I did like a sunken world kind of vibe. And then, let's see. Same kind of thing, but with a blue tint to it. A couple of these, you know, like the details are nice. Like this, so cool that you can get so close and get these nice views. And like this scene, I just did one building. And like that's why it looks like, I think it looks better, it's faster. It's pretty cool that you can just get that really quick. This is earlier, big city. Oh, this is from my workshop course. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. So did this one. Seems like too much though. This was a cool one. This is before I fixed all the textures though, so I wonder if that would look even better now. I need to go through and do that. Like Quixel is pretty awesome. Like, look how awesome this is. That's just to just drop them, put the model in and fix the displacement. And that's in Redshift and C4D. Like, that's dope. But I think I could do the same thing in Unreal Engine like that too. I don't understand. Then I put a whole bunch of plants on it. I mean, Quixel is cool. Because then you like scatter pin tools and stuff work great. That's really nice. That was like super easy to set up. Did some like, you know, stones and statues and stuff with Quixel elements. Making little scenes, displacement maps and stuff. It's pretty cool. Oh, just this is pyro that I've been put in the volume mesher and turned into liquid blood. I was doing like impacts, so like when this hits, the word impact hits, the smoke goes out from the word. It's kind of cool. I have a whole lot of projects like this that I just abandoned. This is one I want to do. Do you guys be interested in a tutorial for this? Because it's like real fun to do, and I really like it. That one I really like. It's like real easy. I could do a live stream on that because I think those are fun. This is a cool one I did. I guess I didn't save the GIF. Just a bunch of tests. You guys just have like folders of all this crap in your, what you guys' stuff looks like. This was for the, I made these shapes. This is my phone background. Actually, looks really pretty. I made these in the volume builder and remeshed them all and stuff. Very inspired by Grayscale Gorilla's shapes. But I was like, I can make those. But yeah, so the way Kitbash comes in is you get the folder, right? And you get a Kitbash Redshift, and you get a Kitbash of textures. So the texture folder inside the Kitbash is empty, so you have to copy it out of the texture folder and put it in there. Whatever, but that's probably my license. Probably shouldn't have shown that on stream. But you have to copy it over. So it's kind of like from the moment you get the pack, it's kind of a lot of work. But this is still rendering slower than normal because I'm streaming, obviously, but we'll get there. And then I'll post it in the community in the Discord. But you guys have any questions? Is there anything you guys want to, you got me here to talk about? I got a few minutes. Questions about upcoming projects, stuff you're working on, things you'd like to see. I know a couple people have asked for like water droplets on a can and stuff without X particles. You can definitely do that sometime. Like, I don't know. I could build, I'd love to do more Quixel stuff, honestly, because Quixel's cool. Now that I have Kitbash, and I'm going to fix all my Kitbash. I'd like to see how well I could combine Quixel with Kitbash and do like plants and vines and stuff on the city. I don't know, I don't know. There's just so much out there to learn. And I think that's really, I talked about, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I've mentioned Unreal Engine before in the stream. But that's really the thing that I think Unreal Engine has going for it that other things don't. Like C4D is at this really good spot now that they've acquired Redshift, but it's still not quite there. Like they're still merging it in slowly. And it's not like flawless. But when Unreal Engine acquires something like Quixel or Substance or whatever it is, when they acquire it, they make it work with it. As far as I know, like it could be, I haven't heard complaints, but like, I don't think there's all the setup and stuff that we had to do to make this stuff work, like with the auto color and aces, I don't think you have to do that in Unreal. Look at this, it's done. Wow, I can adjust some of this. I dig it. Yeah, we could do lens flare maybe. Nah. Streaks. Yeah, I like those streaks like that. Cool. Yeah. All right, save it. And I'm gonna insult all the color spacing stuff and just save it as a JPEG because it's going on YouTube. Live stream render. All right. Very cool. 6 minutes. That's pretty heavy, but it's a pretty heavy scene, to be fair. But yeah, let's just like save that. Let's go to a different camera and like I'll zoom in like a top view maybe and see what that kind of looks like. That's the cool thing is now we've set this up, like we have all these options. Do whatever we want now. I can fly around. You can put lights and splines all through it if you wanted to. I think that's kind of a cool background. I could come in here and like do like a crazy fish islands maybe. You could go down in there with like a 360 camera and you could stand on the street if you wanted to. Pretty cool. So let's see if you came in here. Grab this camera. We brought it down like in the city, right? Should be pretty cool looking if we're not clipped into a building. It could be. Yeah. It's pretty fun. Kind of like skateboarder. Do an isometric view. That'd be cool. in our isometric view, we can't see anything. I just need to refresh it, probably. Just forgot there were buildings, I guess. I don't know. That's interesting. Anyway. Or break it again. Yeah, very cool. So yeah, we can come in here like the 50, get right on one of these like rooftops or signs and do like a cool, get down the street level. Wild. I like these flares though, it's my jam. Maybe like 35, I guess. At this point, I'm just playing around. So, if you guys have any questions or whatever, ask in the chat about anything. Just hanging out. Thanks for being here. We're just kind of looking at Kitbash and some of these textures and fixing them and stuff, which I need to do for some of these still, obviously. But we're just kind of gliding around. You can look at random angles and things, see if anything catches our eye. Get real close to the road here. So you have like a plaza, you put some people in here. It's a pretty cool little scene. Let's depth of field to this. You know. Again, bokeh. And then we'll click right here on the ground. Ooh, you know what this needs? I'm gonna save a copy of this. So what we could do is come in here and add like some water right here. This song that I'm listening to is like installing UE 5.1 fun times. Yes, I installed it last night. Let's go. Let's do it. All right. Where is my camera? Oh, it is there. Okay. Plane. I want you to go over here. There we go. Very cool. We're gonna just add this here. Okay. Oops. Here's our camera. We do it like that. And we'll just go ahead and do like 30, 30, and then add a displacement on this. Hold Alt. Nope. Hold Shift, whatever. And then we're going to go to shading, noise. That's too much. Spread it out. 600. Change it to gaseous. No. Change it to Naki. Nah. Turbs. Turbulence. Displacement. Object. 1 centimeter. Like that. There we go. And we'll throw water on that. Then we're gonna come in here and we'll see if there's a cat. Is there a cat? 'Cause that's what every cyberpunk scene needs, right? We're gonna have to find a cat, aren't we? Oh, Sketchfab, here we come. Sketchfab cat. 3D models cat. Downloadable. Wednesday. Has anybody watched that show? It's supposed to be good. Netflix. I need a good cyberpunk cat. Like just a normal cat. These are all like anime cats. It's a witch cat. Robot cat. I have a robot cat. Snake cat. This is where Sketchfab. It's not always the best. It's geared. Oh, here we go. An animated cat licking his paw. Look at this. Perfect. Free download. Download by Evil Cats. Yeah, blah, blah, bunch of useless files. Do glibs work? I don't know. I don't know if glibs work in C4D. This might work. I like this spooky cat. Do a low poly cat. That's silly. Sleepy cat. Oh, that's it, right? Ooh, what about this one? Cat statue. Okay, Cinema 4D makes sense. What do you mean, Cedric? See, if I just put fur on that, though, it's not gonna look right. Free animals. Why? Why do people make some of this stuff? What do you mean, Cedric? Oh, these bats are cool. Dragon, dog, gorilla, shark? Put a shark in the scene. That might be fun. Alright. Here, look. Here's a cat. Let's take this gray cat. Download. FBX, thank goodness. YouTube live streams. Open gray cat. Extract gray cat. I mean, once we add this in here, though, it's gonna break the internet, you know? Source, gray cat. Plop. Plop. Copy. Test kit. We want to paste it. Yep. And then we want to place it right there. Perfect. We'll just make a new material for this cat. He will be black and less shiny. I'm just gonna make him solid black like that. And I'm pretty sure he's like flawless how this is. I think this is exactly what we want. Maybe we could rotate him, I guess. He's flying in the air. Scale him down and bring him down to the ground. He's gigantic. Monster cat. But watch this though, you know. Get this. Getting motion sickness watching me move around. I'm gonna plop him right here. And we could, you know, add some hair on him. But maybe he might be out of focus enough that this will be fine. Let's get change the whole scene. It really is gonna make it better though. That's the super part. Like you just add a little story to your scene. You got some we got some water in there. And I've got a cat. Let's move him a little further back this way. There, yeah. Go back to our camera. Change the aperture to like 2.4. It's a little too heavy. We'll go right there on the cat. Did I run through all my music? My copyright free. No, I pay for this music. There we go. Look. I mean, it's a whole new scene. Beautiful. It is actually pretty cool. I don't like the way my water looks. Let's stretch out the noise. Let's be more that. Yeah, Cool. Oops. Thanks, Kitbash. I'm struggling. There we go. I'm gonna get back to my chat. Yeah, cool. Water went away. Bring it back up. And then we should be in good shape. Too much. Just barely though. That's pretty cool though. I wonder if I should focus on the stuff in the background. Or just like the foreground even more, you know? Like really get real low. Really low. Like that maybe. Where'd my cat go? Put him right on that sweet spot. I like this. Hi, Igor. Welcome. We're wrapping up a little bit here. We're getting, you know, we learned the beginning of the stream. You have to rewatch it for sure because there's some good color information tips about using Kitbash and stuff for Redshift and making all the textures actually work. Big thanks again to Sharon, who was in the chat earlier, helped us out with that from a Maxon training lesson she watched. So let's get him at all the color spaces right. Right now, all we're doing is trying to just kind of wrap up this final scene and get our water over our plane here a little bit. Which is being weird. Taking forever. Which I know I have a bunch of stuff going on. We can take the matrix object off, I guess would be a huge help. Then it'll just be the cat in the ground. In the water. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's kind of a cool shot. See, you just add a cat. I don't even like cats. I said it. Being so finicky. Meow. Let's see, we get the geometry going. We just want the water on the ground. So I could build into the texture and stuff, I know, but I'm just gonna do it quick and dirty here. Just by clipping it through. I have a whole project on making like procedural wet roads in the Redshift masterclass where you have like a slider, you can control the amount of puddles and stuff in it, and depth it's all built in. It's pretty cool. What I'm doing here. Cheating here. They've been working. Let's turn off our environment. And real quick, we'll turn off our bokeh because I think it's slowing everything down too much. And we just want to make sure we get this water back over here where we can actually see it. Oh, like stuff keeps lagging and getting stuck. That looks kind of cool too. Kind of ominous. My video card 3070 Ti. Paid way too much for it when I got it. Like half the price now. But I like it. I like it a lot. It's great. I do a lot of VR and gaming and stuff, so it's solid. My monitor's 2K, so I'm not trying to do 4K anything. Got 32-inch 2K is all I need. Alright, so we'll come back into this water. Oh, this is my water, yeah. Noise. I think all I did was make this too. This is displacement. This is what I want. Sorry. I need to ramp it up here. I'm getting to the point where I need a break. You know what I mean? Just getting to that spot where you're like just clicking around and being like, what am I doing? Let's do 300. Okay, well, so we're just trying to get this wet road. We've got it up there. We want it to be more back here. Hello? Thought I heard someone knock. Never mind. All right. We're close. We're real close. We just need to move it. Need to move the plane, not the displacer, please. Just want some of this wetness right here rather than right there. And then we're going to turn our matrix object back on. It will be good. This is kind of a cool shot, though. I like the way this looks just with that purple sky. Happy little accident. You can kind of see that it's coming in there. Hold on. Getting there. There we go. This should clip through. We should get some water here now. Possibly. Yeah. Too much though. Though it is cool looking. It's just a small little. It's like you get 80% of it done, and the majority of the work is like these last few little details. I think all I need to do is take my displacement back down to like 1. And just set it back down on the road. No, just 0. Alright, cool. Well, you know, let me guys know in the comments if you're still watching at this point. Thanks. We did a lot of it already. So, but let me know what you think of the live stream format and stuff. I know it's not as quick and hard hitting as the impact of like the YouTube content, but I'm working on my workshop, making a lot of videos for that. So I need this is a good. I can spend 2 hours doing a live stream and hopefully teach you something versus spending 3 days making it 3 or 4 days making a YouTube video. So it helps a lot to know you guys' feedback and stuff on that. The water looks bad. That's all it is. I'm too worried about it though. Is your cat? You should put him in the foreground more anyway. He needs to be like out of focus. Meow. Yeah, this Star water looks really bad. It's fine. I'm not super worried about it. So laggy. So if we focus on like this building back here, would that be cooler than focusing on the cat? Let's turn our bokeh back on. Just wrapping it up. So now we've blurred everything out too much. Let's try to focus. Let's do it like right here. I like the lights being out of focus and the street being in focus more than the opposite. Yeah. And that's just too much for like to fix the aperture. So I want some of the street to be in focus. Pushing my stream quality with the render and stuff. So sorry if the stream's getting a little choppy. It's choppy on my end too. We're pushing the limits now. Been going a while. Normally you can get a good hour or two before it starts pooping out with rendering. Like this. So we can go into, we could do like a distortion and do like a chromatic distortion on it. Be pretty cool. It's still too shallow. So we'll change this to like 13. Should spread it back out. And I'm wondering. There we go. Could make it a little more stretchy by setting it to 2. We could come in and do like a chromatic. Then the content browser now. You still have to download that. Chromatic. RGB. They really need to add some basic things in here. Let me find that real quick. I don't like that aspect ratio. Search results. D drive. My tips tutorial. Where's that one? Here we go. We are going to grab this, pull it in. Yeah. Grab this, pull it in. Yeah. Yes. Yes. I know. There we go. Okay, so now we've got a RGB. So that's not where it goes now. We'll see. Oh, duh, image. Sorry, put it in the wrong spot. There we go. Yeah, I know. So this should put chromatic aberration on everything. Yeah. So now we have kind of an Into the Spider-Verse vibe. I really want to put some hair on this cat. Do it. We'll just keep going. We're just gonna keep breaking the system, add more stuff in here. Redshift. Simulates hair objects. Sorry, it's because my cat's a subdivision. Simulate hair objects, add hair. New material. Complete. See hair, principled hair. Pull that in. Roughness, so this is fine. Variation, yes. But more just like white. Libido mix like a dark gray. We need all the melanin up here because it's gonna be black. And we're gonna go ahead and go to the diffuse and make it pretty high too, because we really do just want it to be pretty much black. Maybe like 0.5%. Okay. Throw that on our cat here. Go to our hair. Go to here. Go to our roots, tips. No, we want basics. We want some kink and some wave and some frizz. And we want to go in here and change the length to like 1 centimeter. Reroot, regrow, hairs, growth, cloning, 1, 2. Okay. Back to the hair. Make sure they get smaller. Should be good. Reroot, regrow. Why are they doing this? Is the cloning messing up? Just what 1 centimeter looks like. I think it's just not working right. We'll do no cloning. Okay. It's just too long. There we go. We do want cloning. Okay. This is so much overkill for this. You know, this is a cool one I made. Same kind of effect with the chromatic aberration. Loops. Never did anything with it. I just made it. I have a lot of stuff like that. This looks good though. Oh no. Our cat. What's happened to him? Alright. Environment. Let's turn this off. Environment off. Turn book off real quick. Take our city just out of the equation completely. And we'll just worry about this hair. We'll take the cloning down to 1. Cloning off. I think it's freaking it out. And we'll try again with our matrix scatter off. We just really want to look at our cat real quick. It's obviously this was not what we were going for. I think he was a big fluff ball. Yeah, he's super fluffy. Look. It's probably the clump. Thickness 0.1, 0.05. Actually, yeah, 0.1 for the tip, 0.01 for the tip. Should tweak that a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and then we go for some length variation, maybe. Going here, 6%. I'm gonna set length at like 30, so it'll be half will be real small, half will be long. There we go. Nice. I think he's like really patchy, but it doesn't really matter as long as we get some of this. We just want to be able to tell he's got fur. Cool. Okay, so now we can come in here, turn all our stuff back on, save our scene. This is not the right thing to turn on. And we'll do Matrix object. Find it. Can you hear the Peloton down there? I was getting it. Get it on. I did it for the first time yesterday. Dude, I don't ever like ride, like cycle or anything. That's just hard. It's a good workout. Was it worth it to add the hair on the cat? I don't know, maybe. I think it'll be cool. All right, we're gonna run this out. I'll upload it. Thank you guys again so much for hanging out in this stream. Really appreciate it. It means a lot. I like getting to see you guys, seeing a lot of you in the Discord and stuff. I hope you guys have a great day. Be sure to be on the lookout for new updates and streams. Hop in the Discord. If you have any suggestions, comment below, you know, and stuff like that. Basically, I'm down to do whatever. Like, I just love teaching and learning and trial and error and stuff. So we've got this cat scene that we can take this scene here. We can set our camera right here and we could zoom out of this entire giant city. So maybe I'll do that and see how that renders out, because I mean, that's so cool that you can get that detailed and then zoom way out. I'm gonna turn the bokeh back on. One more time. Bokeh. So yeah, that'd be cool. Yeah, so I think that's what we'll do. I'm not crazy about this water on the ground still. I might just get rid of it. Yeah. Got the bokeh going now. We've got the water. We've got the huge city. Like way more city than we need. There's like, how many buildings are there? 250 buildings. And you can see like 5 of them right now. So we can do an animation where we zoom out or zoom in from this. Be really cool. So maybe I'll do that and render that overnight or something. But yeah, thanks for stopping in. Be sure to, you know, like I said, any suggestions, tutorial ideas, things you want to see, just post some inspiration, whatever. Even if it's Unreal Engine, because I want to play around in Unreal Engine 5. But I'm working on a big workshop for C4D. It's going to be 12-week intensive. It's going to be fun. Basically, you're going to learn C4D and Redshift, where, you know, the main skill you're going to learn, honestly, is troubleshooting, because that's a huge part of it, as you've seen from the stream today, which I thought, oh, come in, load in Kitbash and do some stuff, and then it turns out there's a whole bunch of color space stuff you need to figure out and do all that and get it all to work right and troubleshoot, but we got it. And then just having confidence to like say, oh, I can make something like that, or just really like, you know, if you're starting out, it's very overwhelming. Like there's a lot of pieces and a lot of moving parts, and just, you know, walking you through that and what you need to get started to actually get started, so you can feel comfortable working in Cinema 4D and Redshift and like make things from start to finish. So yeah, I think it'll be great, and it's very personal. It's a lot of small group, live stream, real feedback just from me to you, and that kind of stuff. So it's going to be great. I'm really excited about it. So keep an eye out for that. All right, I'll post this when it's done. Thank you guys again for watching. See you later. Bye bye.